Hi, my name is Davie McPhail, and today I'm going to be tying a pheasant tail nymph with a hare's ear thorax, as you can see. Basically, normally I tie the pheasant tail, I use copper wire to tie these flies. This is the one without the hare's ear, which is a great fly, just as itself. Now, the other fly I'm going to be tying is a small scud, or we use a Hoglouse pattern, which is simple dressing. Again, this is tied with a copper wire. It's got pearly thorax. I'm going to be using the same dubbing that I've got in the thorax of the pheasant tail to form the body of this fly. Anyway, the hook I'm using is a Kamasan B175 size 14. Simply into the vise, nice and tight. Start your wire, the eye of the hook, and work your way down. Touch and turns, close touch and turns, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the waste piece of wire here I'm going to be using as a rib, so don't cut this off, leave it there, that's going to form the rib of your fly. Now, to get the tail, pheasant tail, a nicely marked one, all you do is 90 degrees from the stem. If you bring the fibres 90 degrees from the stem of the feather, you'll see them actually line up, so they do. See? And once I do that, I like to do is just tail them off. Tail length, you'll take looking at maybe 2/3 of the shank. You want it too long, don't want to, if it's very long, what happens is it actually breaks very easy, wears out quicker. Short works well, plus it balances the fly. There's your tail, a couple of turns to hold. Then lift these fibres here, which is going to form your body, out the way, and then bring your wire up 2/3 the shank to where the thorax would start, about there. Now, wire to wire will slip, you must secure that, so what I do use here is some super glue. Just put it on. Now I'm going to wind the pheasant tail the opposite way I actually wind the wire. This does two things. It's a weak material, and when you rib it up through, it actually catches in much better. You see the rib much better, catches more of the fibre in, makes it more secure. Obviously with the super glue on the body, that'll help as well. These flies wear out quick because they do catch lots of fish, so you need to have a lot in your box. Now once I've done that, a couple of turns to hold, then bring your wire rib up through. Again, across your thread, across your wire. And then what I do here is simply just run the wire and the material, keeping it on top, because it's going to form your thorax, just right towards the eye. Then what you want is your blend of fur. Just simply dub it like you would normally do onto thread. Enough dubbing to get you back to this point here, because this is where we're going to tie off. Slide it up. Now, if you want it to be a bit more secure, you can add a tiny bit, just a lick of super glue. And then you can use varnish if you want. Then it's just a matter of then building your thorax, going back the way to this point here. Now, there's obviously fibres coming away. That's exactly what you're looking for. These will help form the legs of the fly. Now, what you can actually do as well is using your Velcro, you can bring some of the fibres on top, down either side, bringing out the small guard hairs. Then what I like to do is bring it over, get my nail, flatten these fibres with the nail. This will cause the fibres to run nice. And do a single turn, hold that there just now, get some varnish, tiny drop onto the actual wire, and go in and whip finish. 1, 2, 3, one turn in front of the other. Okay, trim this at the back. Just leave a mil or two with the fibre. It's only about a millimetre there on this one. This will help form sort of like wing buds. And it's just a matter of coming in with the Velcro brush again. Bring out some of these hairs. If you get ones there that's too long, you can actually pull them off. This is a great wee fly. And that's the hair, well, your pheasant tail with the hare's ear dubbing in the thorax. Now for the next fly, the Hoglouse pattern, I'm going to use the same hook onto the vise. Again, we tie it with the copper wire, start at the eye of the hook. You see the base piece of thread, have a good length. What I do here is I fold it back, point, tie it in by the point, so I'm doubling it up. And then taking the wire down, forming the body. But at this point what I like to do is tie in the thorax. Oh, it's not so much the thorax, it's actually the pearl which runs from the back to the front of the whole fly. Catch it on. Keep it on top, wind down. You can build it up slightly, just run it up and down a couple of times. Give you a wee bit more weight and shape. Then get some more of this dubbing. Dub it on as you would normally do onto your wire. And again, because it's wire to wire, you must secure this. Some more super glue or varnish. You don't have to use super glue if you don't like it. Just the super glue sets much quicker. Then it's a matter of then running up, forming the body of your Hoglouse. All the way up towards the eye. There we go. Then you want your pearl to run from the back of the hook right to the top. Just bring it over the top of the wire nice and tight. You get used to tying with wire the more you tie with it. What I do here is a single turn, a couple of turns to hold, because you're going to bring your rib up through, that's going to hold it. This is the important bit. Just bring this through over the top, nice and tight. Rib it up. Across the wire. Bind it down. Now, you must break it off. You get a neater cut. Saves your scissors as well. Straight in with finish. Don't worry too much about some fibres over the eye. Sometimes I do, but it doesn't really matter. This is a wee rough, hairy fly. Once you do that, before you varnish it, come in with your Velcro. Just be careful though, you don't catch the head. You could unravel your wire. Velcro out some of these fine hairs. Then, once you've done that, and you're happy with enough hairs are forming the legs, you just come in and varnish. And there, it's a small Hoglouse scud type pattern that works extremely well.